Another day, we down today. As in hair, that is. Chakra music, where are you? Don't wanna be. Hi, cousin. My boo, always checking in. Six o'clock on the dot. I gotta set the mood first real quick, y'all. We're gonna find some chakra music. I know I should have had that ready to go. But you know, sometimes it be like that. All right. Welcome to the Free Game Alert podcast show. I am your host, Bree, the giver of free game, where we believe the game should be free, but the rules on how to play that motherfucker gonna cost you. All right, let's get started. My day has been amazing. Thank you for asking. How has your day been? How was the daycare today? My day been good, though. I'm feeling good, you know. I got somewhere to be after this. I don't never got nowhere to be, y'all. Y'all see I got my eyebrows on today. First few episodes, I was eyebrowless. I was natural. Today, we got a little, you know, little razzle-dazzle, nothing special, you know what I'm saying? All right. So, let's get started. Y'all know where y'all can find me. Y'all can find me on all social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud. You can hit me on the website, www.theblackplainjane.com. No fancy spelling, no weird way to spell it. It's all the regular spelling. One word, no spaces, no caps. All right? Get at me. Let's talk. All the links for social media, SoundCloud, all of that, it'll be in the description of this live. I know that's right. Friday is always good. We made it. 8. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. I'm happy it went well for you, though, cuz real life. I appreciate you tuning in, too, every day of this week, helping out. You know what I'm saying? Giving me some feedback and whatnot. I really do appreciate that shit. So I know earlier in the first few episodes, I was telling you I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it at 4 days a week. I'm already seeing that it's a lot. A lot. And like I said, I still got to make a living. So what's going to end up happening is we going to condense this motherfucker to 2 days a week until, you know, until some funding come in the way it's going to come in, how I feel it's going to come in. All right. Moving on. Now for Friday, as every episode, we're going to have 3 different topics that I'm going to try to base my conversation on. Otherwise, I'll just be talking. All right. So our first segment is called Your Ancestry. We're going to pick one fact for the week, and we're going to roll on it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our ancestry as melanated people pre-slavery. Fuck that. Fuck slavery. We going deeper than pre-slavery. We going back to before it was 7 continents. That's right. Did y'all know that? At one point in time, there was not 7 continents, but one landmass. It's called Pangea. That's what we're talking about in this segment of today's show, Big Facts Friday. Okay, so the segment is called Your Ancestry. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Pangea. Way back when, land before time. The 7 continents we know today were one landmass, right? So it was this one fat ass landmass. And in my eyes, it's proof that melanated people are the original people. Now, the reason I say that was a piece of the proof, a major piece of the proof. The reason I say that is because a couple years ago, and you can Google this. Matter of fact, I encourage y'all to fact check everything we say, everything we talk about in here. But a couple years ago, it was an article where they was talking about the oldest skeleton ever discovered by man in our time was that of African ancestry. And they knew because it was mummified, so it was still not intact, but they can still see features. They still had the hair, and the hair it had was non-ether hair, afro hair, right? So the oldest skeleton ever found, millions of years old, was of African descent. That led them to agree scientifically that melanated people are of the original people. So that's why I feel like understanding Pangea, knowing that it was a Pangea, because I ain't never heard about this in school, period. Ain't nobody ever told me about no damn Pangea when we was in school in history, learning about, you know, the solar system and the continents and geography and all of this shit. I never knew until I got deep into my search. So I feel like it's important. I feel like you can't plan on who you want to be. You can't know where you're going until you know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand that you come from something greater than slavery, if you don't understand that when people say everybody from Africa, if you don't truly understand what the fuck they mean, then you run around here looking stupid talking about, I ain't from Africa, I'm from here. Talking about the North America continent. Now, granted, a lot of people, a lot of melanated tribes were already here. They are natives to this land, but you got to go deeper than that. You got to understand that all that shit started on Pangea. Life as we know it, that as far back as we can trace, as far back as we have traced, started on Pangea, right? And if that's the case, then all life started on Africa. What makes Africa the motherland? Why do they call it that? Do anybody know? Africa got the name the motherland because it's the center of all the continents that separated. So if you try to piece all 7 continents together like a puzzle, they all fit together onto one continent. That continent is Africa. That's why it's known as the center of the universe, the motherland. It all started from Pangea. So regardless of if your people, your lineage started on this continent, pre-7 continents, we all started on the same landmass. Pre-Most High coming down and telling his 12 chosen tribes, spread the fuck out, be fruitful and multiply. We was all sitting on one landmass, gathered, congregated as one society, one people, one culture. But then it was like, we ain't gonna never fill this motherfucker up. We ain't gonna never prosper and grow unless we move out, migrate, fill the land, be fruitful and multiply. That's what Most High told the 12 tribes sitting on Pangea, so that's what they did. Once they separated and they migrated and everybody went their own way, then the continents, then we came into 7 continents from one landmass. And that's because if we would have stayed on one landmass, we would have all congregated back together. We would have never separated. We would have never filled this land. And that's why on every continent, on every country, every piece of land on this globe, you're going to find a black person. That's why. And yeah, you may be native to there as far as you can trace. But understand, before there were 7 continents, there was one landmass, so all life started from Africa. That's why all these white people running around talking about we all got African in us, because it's the fucking truth. You got to go deeper than the shit they give you. If they hand you a book, you should be asking why. If they kept it hidden in Islam, what makes you think they want you to have it? They just ain't got no choice. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of people talk about how Obama didn't really do shit for black people, and in essence, he didn't. Don't get me wrong. I don't even do politics. Politics can suck my dick. It doesn't make a difference when you spiritually protected. When you of a divine essence. That 3D shit don't really matter. But what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is, the greatest thing anybody has ever done for our people was the Freedom of Information Act, which was implemented by Obama, because it gave us access to the shit that has been hidden since they allowed us to be able to learn, to be able to read, to be able to associate. You feel me? It's something to think about. So yeah, what was we talking about? Oh, you remember Django? It was a part on Django. This is another reason why you know that melanated people are the original people. The first people, the chosen people. It was a scene on Django where the slave master, when Django was free and he was riding around with the bounty hunter and they was looking for his girl, and they went to the big plantation with the white dude, the famous white dude, what's his name? Johnny Depp? Whatever his name is. They went to his plantation and he pulled that skull out on the table because he had figured out that they was hustling him looking for his bitch. So he pulled that skull out on the table and he was like, Yeah, you see this back here, this indent back here? He was pointing to the base of the skull. He said, you see this indent back here? This is one of my Negro slaves. This is so big, and it's bigger on the black man than it is on the white man, because this is the gland that makes them submissive. This is why we can make blacks submissive, why we can make them slaves, because of this gland. Now, it's always some truth in the lies. Follow me, y'all. Stick with me. It's always some truth in the lies, right? So the truth behind that lie, that gland is bigger in us than it is in any other race. But it's not for submission. That gland he was talking about is your pineal gland. And it's bigger in melanated people because we got a stronger connection to the Most High. We are the chosen people. It's just calcified right now. It's got so much shit piled on it. It's struggling to open the fuck up. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spark the part of your brain that's trying to penetrate that fucking blockage, blocking your pineal gland. I'm trying to penetrate that motherfucker so it can open up. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to preach. I'm not trying to be no preachy type motherfucker. But something gonna hit somebody where it's supposed to and make them be like, oh, shit. That's what you talking about. Yeah. So what I was talking about, Django. So if go watch that movie and go watch that scene and listen to what the fuck he's saying. Don't just be watching shit for entertainment now. Jumping on this spiritual journey, trying to ascend as a spiritual being, you're going to have to start watching shit in a 5D manner. Watching it on a 3D level means you watching it for entertainment. Yeah, you may know that it's some deeper meaning to the slavery shit, but you ain't really looking at the shit behind what they saying. Jump on a deeper level. Go look into why they said what they said, how they said it. The reason I found it out, when he pointed that shit out, I said, damn, you know what? Scientifically, they tell us that we all the same, but everybody's genetic makeup is different between the races. That's why we can all withstand different things in different ways, right? So when he said that shit on Django, I'm like, yo, that's the pineal gland. Yeah, it's bigger on us than it is on any other race. Of fucking course it is. We the only race on this planet that can withstand all elements. I'm gonna keep repeating that shit until y'all feel me. What else we talking about? Yeah, so check that out on Django, okay? Back to that skeleton I was talking about. When I was telling y'all that the oldest skeleton ever discovered in our time that we know about, that's documented, was of African descent, right? It was a woman. So if you know anything about the 5%ers, you understand why, that they say they relate to women as earths, right? Because only earth can reproduce shit. Only earth can take a seed and blossom it into something fruitful, something you can benefit from, something you can eat, something that can nourish you, right? I just want to put that out there. Yeah, baby. The oldest skeleton ever is a black woman. Respected, motherfuckers. Yeah. So no matter where you think your lineage started from, understand, everybody, all life forms started on that central piece of land, the motherland. You're welcome for that little tidbit of information. All right. Last thing I'm going to say about that is Google it. Moving on. Now our second segment for the night. Second segment of Big Facts Friday is called Vocab Breakdown. So with the Vocab Breakdown segment, we're going to take a word, a weekly word, and I got this idea from my grandmother. So if anybody know me, anybody know my story, anybody been following me, you know, my granny raised me. Like my second mother, right? So we used to have this thing called Big Word, Big Word. And honestly, I credit her to all my vocabulary because she used to make me give her a word every time I saw her. And then not only did I have to give her the word, I had to give her a definition. She kept that going with my daughter. So we kept it going, me and my daughter, after she passed, right? So that's where I got this idea from. Vocab breakdown. We're going to take a word every week and we're going to explore that word to the depths of it. So we're going to see every way you can use that word. We're going to see everything that word can mean. And we're going to see how it pertains to us as far as ascending here. That's your third eye. Ascending here on our journey. Okay? The word I chose today is black. And when I say black, I ain't talking about the color. I'm speaking on black as a noun, as a person, place, or thing. I'm speaking on black in reference to my race. See, with all this newfound energy, you're welcome, Mr. Dunn. How you doing today? I'm sorry, I did see your other comment. I meant to say something, but I didn't want to lose my train of thought. I don't want to make it seem like I'm only going to talk to Cuzzo. No, how you doing, sir? Appreciate you joining. So black, I'm speaking on it as a noun, person, place, or thing, as it refers to us, as it refers to our race, right? So with this influx of information, we got a lot of people who like, I ain't black, I'm this. I ain't black, I'm that. And that's cool. Let me make this clear. I'm not disrespecting your beliefs. I'm not disrespecting your decision to refer to yourself as what you want to refer to yourself as. I want to break this down so you can understand why I refer to myself as black, and then you can respect it. People can't respect shit they don't understand. So once I put this understanding on you, I don't want nobody else hitting my inbox talking about, sister, you ain't really black. You really an Israelite. You really a Moor. You really yaka, 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 yaka. That's your perspective. That ain't mine. You understand? Let's start with the basic definition of black as it pertains to a noun in Webster's dictionary. All right? And y'all know how I am. I'm very meticulous. I wrote this shit down. We want to get it right. Black in Webster dictionary, the noun definition, because they got it as an adjective, a noun, and as a people. So they describing what black means in reference to a race of people. So as a noun, it is a pigment or dye consisting of carbon. What we've been learning, people? What we've been learning as we coming on this consciousness journey about us being melanated and the power of it, that we carbon-based beings, right? Webster telling you. Moving on. So I want to break down black further than Webster's dictionary. Let's talk about what black is as a color. As a color, what is black? Black is the essence of all colors mixed into one, right? So why wouldn't I want to refer to myself as black? I am black. I am all races mixed into one. All these other races is my sons. That's fact. Scientific facts. Let's go deeper. Now, if you descend from America, if you are of African descent in America, you native here or not, there was a point in time up until very recently where access to who you are, where you come from, your native language, your native culture was restricted. When you came here, being brought to this new land, or even when they came here and wiped out your tribe because you native to this land, they stripped everything you were. They took away from you everything you knew, your language, your cultures, your rituals, your spirituality, anything that was related to you, anything that was associated to you and your being and your essence was stripped from you when the Europeans came and colonized. Correct? Correct, right? All right. So because everything was stripped of you upon being in this land, upon being in this country, everything was stripped for you. You didn't know who you were up until from the moment they brought you over here up until the moment they freed you. Unlike immigrants who come over here willingly and still have their customs and their cultures intact, we didn't have that luxury. So when we was finally free from enslavement, and it was like, damn, we don't know who we are. The Jews know who they are. The Germans know who they are. The Scottish know who they are, etc., etc. It was like, all right, fuck it. Let's band together. Let's figure out who we are together. We for damn sure ain't colored. We for damn sure ain't Negroes. What we gonna be? Come on, y'all. What's our essence? Strength. Perseverance. Black. So when the movement occurred and we went from Negro to black, that was a choice. We built an entire culture around choosing what we wanted to represent ourselves as. That's why I call myself black. You know, the struggles our people went through to figure out, not only figure out what we were going to relate to, but to build a whole new culture to build new rituals, new customs, new ideologies, new religions, new fucking philosophies. We have to start from scratch. I wouldn't dare disrespect their struggle. I wouldn't dare disrespect their efforts by calling myself anything other than black as a member of the African diaspora in America. A diaspora just means a group of lost people, a group of displaced people. That's what we are in essence. Yeah, we could take the ancestry DNA test and figure out where our blood comes from, but who's to say that shit real? I took it twice. And although it kind of match up, who's to say that they databases ain't a part of the bigger agenda? Or that fuck shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It may be real and it may be not. My point is, because I'm a part of the African diaspora in America, I have the free will from Most High who put us here as a punishment for not doing what the fuck we was told to do in the first place when the motherfucking non-soul people came through. When we was placed here and given that free will, I choose as a member of the African diaspora to relate to myself as black. Just because we put so much time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, tears, so many lives was lost, so much blood was shed to rebuild our culture, to create a new culture. They flatlined us. They flatlined us, then set us free. Then tried to play us until we came together as a people, mid-60s, on up, and decided we ain't what y'all say we are. We not finna be what you tell us we are. We finna choose who we are, and then we gonna build on that shit, and then we gonna run with it. And now today, what's the most immutated culture on this planet? The black culture. And I'm talking about even people in Africa, true Africans, tribal Africans, who know their culture, who know their ancestry, who know their roots, is following what? The black culture. So don't come at me with the fuck shit. Talking about don't call yourself black, sister. You ain't black, sister. Just respect my decision as I respect yours. You tell me you ain't black, you a more, all right, brother. More power to you. Do the same for me. So that's why I picked black. I wanted to get that explanation in the air. I wanted to circulate because I really want people to see it's different sides to every coin. Your perspective is your perspective. That's your reality, and that's cool. But don't disrespect mine. And if it's an understanding you lacking, let me give it to you. So now you got this understanding. I'm respecting some respect on my decisions. All righty. Oh, one more thing about black, then we'll move on to Freaky Friday. Well, I'm getting hot. That just made me like, yes. Another reason why I want to call myself black, right? Or why I refer to myself as black. As I said, black as it relates to a color is the essence of all colors mixed into one. The only race of woman who can birth any color of human being on this planet is the black woman. Now, that's a scientific fact. They found that within a black woman's DNA, there's a gene called the mitochondrial gene, aka the Eve gene. And because of that Eve gene, we can produce any race, any color, any mixture of skin and eye and hair colors. That's why you see little black kids in Australia with red hair. Black kids in Australia with blonde hair, blue eyes. White kids with black features. Albinos. Black women giving birth to white babies with a black man. Look this shit up. I'm not just talking. I ain't making shit up now. It's real. These are real facts. This is science journals. Because black women possess the Eve gene and we can produce any color of human being on this planet. No other race of woman can do that. Because we can, that's just another prime example of why I relate to being referred to as black. The essence of all colors, baby. Google it. Moving on. Hey, baby. Black Harley Robinson, how you doing? I miss you. I thought you was out of Milwaukee. Is you still here? All right, where we going to now? 6:30. We might end early today, y'all. Yeah. Now, before we move off of black and why I use it and what it is to me, the last thing I'm going to say about it, and we're going to move on. I ain't going to speak on it no more. If you still equate black to being evil, you mentally enslaved. You need to educate yourself. Go deeper. The reason they killed Malcolm X, and in my mind, the nation killed him. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The reason the nation killed Malcolm X is because he came to the conclusion like, yes, a lot of the philosophies the nation put on got some truth to it. It's fact-based. But some of that shit was some bullshit. And once he started picking through it, like, oh, this real, this ain't, this some fuck shit, this the real shit, and he was about to start speaking on it, they was like, oh, brother, no. They the main ones like, you ain't black, brother. Sister, you ain't black. You stand behind your man. All that goofy ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to sneak in them European ideologies with some real live spirit shit. Nah, it ain't gonna fly. But that's why they ended up killing him. And the reason they ended up killing Martin is because Martin saw the truth. Like, non-violent these nuts. I'm hopping on Malcolm train. Black is bold. Black is dominant. Black is strength. You damn right. I am black. Moving on. Our last segments that we will do on Fridays. Oh, you is in Memphis. Yes. That's what's up, baby. I'm happy you out of Milwaukee. You too big for Milwaukee. Real shit. All right, y'all. Last topic. Freaky Fridays. I be swearing I can sing. I know I can't. You ain't got to tell me. So the purpose of this segment. I can only speak from a woman's perspective because I'm a woman. All right? As black women, we are so fucking restricted when it comes to our sexuality. We're not allowed to explore. We're not allowed to be sexually free. When we try to be sexually free, we get stigmatized. We get labeled. We hoes. We thoughts. We ain't shit. All this goofy ass shit. But let me tell you something. Sexuality is a part of life. You can't ascend as a spiritual being. You can't ascend as a person if you don't explore all aspects of life. Period. That's a spiritual fact. Now, I'm not saying, and let me say this, let me be very fucking clear. I'm not saying get out here and just start hoeing. I'm not saying get out here and have no hot girl summer and just be dick hopping and sucking and fucking on everybody. That's not what I'm saying by far. Matter of fact, I know for certain people, the people that I'm trying to talk to, I don't have to specify that because we here. You feel me? I'm speaking on people who got sexual responsibility. That means you understand to wrap it the fuck up if you sleeping with somebody who ain't your man. You understand not to be out here fucking and sucking on people's husbands. You understand that I'm talking about sexual relationships between you and your significant other, you and your sexual partner, whatever that looks like for y'all. I'm not here to judge. All I want to do is open up the table, open up the conversation for black women to be able to safely explore their sexuality. I'm so tired of it. First of all, I don't understand how motherfuckers think they got a say in our lives anyway. When it comes to our bodies, our sexuality, our minds, who the fuck are you? Boo-boo? You can't live my life for me. What I eat don't make you shit. Get off my dick. Moving on. So today, since it's the first episode, we ain't gonna jump into no specifics. I just want to open up the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be free and comfortable to be able to express shit, to be able to ask questions about sexual positions, talk about what we like, what we don't like, give hints. You know what I'm saying? Let's be able to open up and talk about this shit, because why not? Why is it okay for Becky and Sarah to have a full podcast show about sex, but when Shanice and Jackie do it, they some thought bitches who thirsty? I don't get that. And it pisses me off because mainly it be coming from our men. So y'all come on in and join this motherfucking conversation. Sit back, relax, pop your popcorn, and chill, big baby. Sexuality is nothing to shy from. And you know what fucking kills me before we keep going? I'm a serial monogamous, which means I was a serial monogamous, which means I would jump from relationship to relationship, but they long term. So I'll have a 5-year relationship here, get out for about 6 months, then jump in a relationship for 3 years, get out for 2 months, jump in, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm in these relationships, you dating for marriage, right? So you try to act wifely based on what society say a wife is supposed to look, act, be like. And in the midst of that, I'm catching men who like, yeah, but you're gonna be my wife. I don't want you to do that. That's some slut shit. Like, who am I gonna be a slut with if not my husband? It don't make sense. Why would you not want your girl to be your slut? Seriously. I would love for a man to fucking riddle me that. You don't want your wifey to be the slut in the bedroom, but you gonna cheat on her with a slut ass bitch and risk it all to get your rocks off in the way you could have did at home if you would let her open up and be free. Sexual freedom requires a lot of fucking communication and even more trust. And I can't trust you as my motherfucking man if you telling me that the things I want to explore with you, the person I'm supposed to, is somehow dirty. It's somehow going to taint the way you look at me. Come on, y'all. Where do that make sense? How do that make sense? My daughter's dad is a prime example. I mean, we was young back then, so I don't know how he get down now, because me and my daughter dad ain't fucked since we stopped fucking with each other when my baby was 2. She's 12 now. We don't play them games. We don't fuck just because we got a kid. That's some child shit. That's some high school shit. But that's another topic for another story. My point is, when we was young and, you know, we was together, he would not. He like, hell no, bitch. You gonna be my wife. You ain't finna do none of that on your knees. Get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he wasn't going. But he wasn't the only one who felt that way. And I love being appreciated. I love being respected. But I need to be free as well. You can't box me. You shouldn't want to box me. I know, right? Thank you, baby. Thank you, Miss Harley. But straight up, you shouldn't want to box me in. As my man, you should want me to be as free and comfortable with you as I can fathom. Otherwise, what's going to happen? I'm going to have to find that somewhere. I can only not take it for so long. Especially if you're dealing with a woman who's very sexual. Some of us are. So I wanted to introduce, I don't know if any of y'all ever heard it, but Janelle Monáe, if y'all know who that is. She got this song called Crazy Classic Life. I fucking love that song. Basically in the song, she's speaking on the double standards between black and white women. Growing up, young, wild, free, reckless, having fun. Everybody, the situation in the song, she's speaking on how everybody was kicking it at a bonfire at the beach. Police raided. But the police only took in the black kids at the beach party, even though the black kids and the white kids were caught doing the exact same fucking thing. Streaking, skinny dipping, running naked on the fucking beach. That's what streaking is, running naked. Doing shit like that. Everybody doing the same thing, but the only people penalized, the only people stigmatized were the blacks. Now, when it comes to black women, imagine getting that not only from everybody else, but your own. That's fucked up. So guess what, big baby? When you hear it with the Free Game podcast, when you anywhere near the Black Plain Jane, when you anywhere around, Bree to give her a free game. Be you. At all motherfucking times. I never judge. As a matter of fact, I encourage it. I encourage sexual freedom. So next week, Friday, when y'all tuning in, have your questions ready. Because we getting down and dirty, baby. Yeah. We talking about it all. So check out that Janelle Monáe song. Really listen to what the fuck she's saying. Don't just bob your head to the beat. Listen to the words. It epitomizes what I'm trying to say. It's time to open this conversation up. The only way we gonna get comfortable with it is to talk about it and lay them cards on the table. That's how I feel anyway. Yeah, and if you know anything about Janelle Monáe, you know she just recently came out. At first she came out as lesbian, then she was like, no, I'm bisexual, then she was like, I'm pansexual. I think it's pansexual, the one where you date people and not gender, that thing. But the reason it took her so long to figure out her sexuality, a lot of motherfuckers like, oh, she just riding waves, she don't know what the fuck she want to be. How can she? She's a black woman in America. Ain't no way that she was able to freely explore her sexuality until she got the money to be able to say, fuck y'all, fuck what y'all think. Unless she was already on her spiritual journey before getting the money, which she wasn't. She says that all the time. See, I'm to the point in my spiritual journey where I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm going to speak the truth that's been put in me to let out. I'm going to speak the truth that's been put in me to spread to the fucking masses. That's why it took so long for her to come out as what she was, for her to figure out her sexuality, let alone come out. She couldn't explore that shit until she was comfortable enough in herself to say, fuck y'all, because y'all a dragon motherfucker. Real quick. Real quick. I'll give you an example. A homegirl of mine, her daughter came to her. Her daughter is 11, maybe 12. Her daughter came to her and told her that she was bisexual. She ain't know how to take it. She said she too young. She too young to know that if she bisexual or if she straight, or she don't know nothing about that. She 11. I'm like, well, what you mean she too young to know? How you know she don't know? How you know she don't feel the feelings already? I didn't know nothing about that when I was 11. Yeah, but think about your 11-year-old environment. Think about the way our parents was at 11. That was a whole different era. It wasn't no internet. It wasn't no cable. No, it was cable, but it wasn't this many damn channels. We had Nickelodeon and Cartoon Central. We didn't have 50 different fucking channels with all of this content. Even on fucking Disney, they talking about sex and cheating with middle school kids. Shows where the kids are in middle school. So how do you know your 11-year-old don't know that she bisexual? I was just curious. I really wanted to know her answer. And she stopped and she thought about it. And she said, you know what? You might be on to something. Because I don't even truly know my sexuality. I said, well, there it the fuck is. We not allowed to explore it. We don't really know. We just shut shit down based on what we've been told is right and wrong. Right? I know that's where I was with it. I've been there. I'm still in the midst of trying to figure out my motherfucking sexuality because I'm just now exploring it. I'm just now to the point where I'm comfortable enough to say, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I have to live my life for me. Just something to think about, y'all. And you know what? A lot of our sexual restriction is stemmed from generational trauma, going back to slavery. Because as slaves, black women were sexual objects. We lost a lot of dignity. We lost a lot of self-esteem, self-respect, self-love, because we was passed around. We was forced to breed with family. Whether it was your son, your daddy, your uncle, it didn't matter. We was forced to be sex slaves for the master and his wife and anybody else they fucking brought. So coming out of slavery, that generational trauma is still with us. So throughout the generations, we taught from our elder women, this is not what a lady do. Women don't do this, women do that. This is what it looked like. This type of sexual behavior is wrong. This is bad. Yet and still, even throughout them times, with all that of us trying to heal and trying to regain our dignity, it was still prostitutes. It was still women doing sexually perverse things that the wives at home wouldn't do, because we was trying to gain back dignity and self-respect. But baby, let me tell you, that dignity and self-respect has been restored publicly. What you do behind your closed doors, what you do in the privacy of your own home, ain't got nothing to do with the collective. You ain't got to speak about it. Just understand that it's okay for you to explore responsibly. Let me fucking clarify that. Responsibly, okay? Don't be out here spreading around the clap now. We don't need that shit. Lord knows there's too much going around. We don't need it. All right. We free now, y'all. It's 2020. All right. This mental enslavement shit is done. That's what Most High said. If you call him God, that's what God said. It's prophesized. It's in the Bible. We at the end of that time. It's okay to reinvent. You see, they keep trying to kill us. Why do you think that is? Do y'all know the Supreme Court passed a law that says officers can shoot first, ask questions later? But we already knew that because look how many of them been getting away with it. Videos and all. So we already knew that was the law. It was just unwritten. But now it's on paper. Which means now if you try to riot after they kill an innocent black child, they can off your ass too. We free now. And the reason they trying so hard to extinguish us is because we waking up in droves. Waking up in droves. This your pineal gland. This your third eye. And once we wake up and ascend to a certain level, we gonna understand our power. We gonna understand the power that's in us due to the carbon that we made of. The only other place carbon is found is outside this earth in the galaxy. Past the atmosphere, the universe. Is you feeling me? They know what's finna happen. It's prophesized. It's written. And I used to fear it. I used to fear the New World Order until I started doing more research and I started getting these dreams and these visions and these messages like the New World Order ain't what you think it is, Bree. It ain't finna be like Hitler style motherfuckers kicking in your door and shit. I mean, it can be. It's a possibility. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is on the spiritual realm. Because when you pass the 3D level, when you on 5D and ascending means to climb higher. When you pass the 3D level, you start to see shit a different way. You start to understand that certain laws of the 3D realm don't apply to you. You protected on a level further than that. It's okay to try new things, y'all. I'm getting off topic. I'm going too far. Yeah. So when you with your partner, you with your husband, your boyfriend, your sex buddy, whoever you feel comfortable with when you do your thing sexually, right? Try that shit you saw on that porn. You know what I'm saying? Try that shit you read about. If you trust them enough, make your own porn. Explore your sexuality. Sex can be magical. A lot of creative energy is released when sex is done right. And when I say done right, I mean the way you like. Come on now. We got to talk about the do's and don'ts, what we like, what we don't like. For example, when men bite on your nipple and shit, what? I mean, if you like it, I love it. You want to do it and make you feel some type of way, I'm receptive to it. But move on, buddy. Don't just stay there with it like it's my clit. It's really not doing the same thing for me that it would do if you was doing that down there on my clit. You feel me? Yeah, baby, we X-rated. We X-rated, TVMA, all that shit. I'm gonna have to get a parental advisory sticker for my thumbnail just so people can know. Yeah. We don't like sugar around here. We don't need no diabetes. You feel me? Moving on. Yeah, y'all. All I'm saying is it's okay. It's okay to explore. It's okay to step outside the box. I know that's right, Piff. Cause I'll say she like a little teeth on her. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You gotta get it how you live. And listen, y'all. I got this bad. Real life. I got this real bad. Where I used to have it real bad. Where I was scared to tell a motherfucker what I liked and how I liked it. Now I'm like, major pain in that motherfucker. Left, right, front, back, side. You know what I'm saying? Do not take it from somebody who spent so many years just accepting mediocre when I could have had so much better if I just opened my mouth. Tell them what you want. Tell them how you want it. And if it ain't right, if he ain't doing it how you like, you got to let him know. That's right, Mr. Dunn. You know, I appreciate your input as a man, too. I can only speak as a woman now. I can speak what I've been told from men, but I can't give a man perspective, you know? So, yeah. Starting next week, though, we're going to get down and dirty. We're going to talk about some real XXX rated shit, all right? It ain't going to be no porn. We ain't doing no audio porn, but we is going to talk. We going to talk for real, no holds barred. So if you don't feel comfortable, get the fuck out. Remember on Players Club? If you don't want to get murdered, get the fuck out type shit. So yeah. In conclusion, my Black Plain Jane family, and look at that, 15 minutos on the clock. Hold on, let me read my comments. Yep. That's right, Piff. On my Miss Gold saying how they always dictating shit. From the arch to the way you clap your ass to the way you're bending it over, throwing it back. Why we can't do the same thing? And if he not receptive to your input, it's a conversation that needs to be had, big baby. A real life, serious conversation. I know that's right, Tori. Latoria. I know that's right. And that's dope as fuck because that's your husband. And y'all should be able to be free with each other. Because when it ain't nobody else in this world, it's going to be you and him. When the kids gone, when the family gone, it's you and him. So that's beautiful. That's so fucking beautiful. One of these days, I want to get y'all on for Black Love, for hashtag Black Love. I love to see that shit. So proud of you. Oh, Piff, we want to talk because I see you went out of state or out of the country. Or was it just out of the state? For your job. Is you there? And if so, how the fuck is it going? Congrats. I'm proud of you, baby. All right, y'all. In conclusion, then I'll let y'all go. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me real shit. And if anything hits you with this podcast, share. It's public. All right? All right. So in conclusion, your ancestry not only goes deeper than slavery, it goes deeper to the creation of 7 continents. We call it Pangea. You can refer to yourself as whatever you want to when it comes to your race and how you identify as a person with your ethnicity / nationality, but respect what the fuck I choose to call myself. Okay? Okay. Lastly, it is okay to explore your sexuality, y'all. It's 2020. Not only are we free as a people, not only are we free as spiritual beings, knowledge is so free-flowing. There is no reason to be scared of sex. Not even talking about it. Watch. Let me show y'all how comfortable I am with this shit. Dick, pussy, clit, titty, anal, doggy style. I can go on. You got some people ain't even comfortable hearing it, let alone saying these words. It's okay. Sex is a part of life. Sex begets life. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it and then explore it. Okay? All right. Till next time, family. Peace, love, light. And I appreciate y'all sticking in there with me real shit. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'm going to finish out this week as planned, but then I'm going to revamp it, put up the new schedule. We just going to knock it down to 2 days a week. Y'all let me know what y'all think, what 2 days y'all think, what times, how y'all feel about the schedule I got so far. And you know, we'll go from there. As it pick up, we might add more. Meantime, in between time, y'all be smooth out here how y'all be smooth. You feel me? Don't be scared to explore your sexuality, especially you cuss with your husband. put it on him tonight just because I made you feel some type of way. Hey! All right, y'all. I'm going to see y'all next time. Love.